Radio, a constantly changing art form. Marconi. Lakehurst, New Jersey.
Oh, the humanity.
The Mercury Theater.
This is Orson Welles, ladies and gentlemen.
A new world order.
Hi, this is Casey Kasem.
From that first broadcast, a medium that has been proved, honed, trimmed, winnowed, bonsaied, pruned, and deposited here today, ready to be moistened with the watering can of evolutionary dew. This is the Dennis Miller Show.
What's up, Hiroshi? Let's light this candle. Hey, folks, welcome. I was just going to keep amping it up till I Cronenberged all over the studio. What's that? Look at Dr. Phil's wife hiding under a tarp over there like she's in row 2 at a Gallagher Gallagher 2, row 1 at a Gallagher 2 show. All right, good opening. In our next half hour, Hoover Institution senior fellow Victor Davis Hanson will be here and tell us an interesting article I just read from Victor. He believes that Callista Gingrich can slice your femoral artery lengthwise with her hairline.
I believe it.
And we'll see about that. And then he wants to talk about Sparta a little, too.
He does love him some Sparta.
He loves him some Sparta. I get a book every 3 days. Huh? The Doilies of Sparta. That one surprised me. I didn't know they were into lace work. But evidently, in between battles, they would... Damn it, man. He'll tell us what he... He'll tell us what he expects from President Obama's State of the Union address tonight.
I expect a lot of talk about Sparta. Just a guess.
Well, I think he says anybody over 300 is one of the rich 1%ers. That's my joke. I took all the components, I mixed them together.
That's my joke.
Like Paula Deen, I put in 2 sticks of butter and I had on a dish. What is with Paula Deen now?
She's type 2 diabetic.
What does that mean? The type that likes to eat a lot of crap?
Yes.
Listen, I think Paula Deen, if you actually ever met her and she let down her, didn't spray her hair, I think she has a British accent. I really do. That's what I think about Paula Deen. My wife could not be in the same room as a Paula Deen thing. I happen to like the show because, I like somebody making food way out there on the perimeter line of fat. And then I can choose to eat it or not, as I so choose. But I guess she has diabetes now, and she's going to have to change. Or is she? I don't know. There's a cookbook. Fattening diabetic food. Type 2, you eat into the skid. That's what the type 2 diabetes is. You just keep... pounding it. Is Brian Williams now Letterman? I watched a bit of the thing last night. It reminds me of Letterman. I loved it when he said to Santorum, "You are one of the men he just talked about." And Santorum says, "I haven't said a word about Romney." And Romney looks away and goes, "No, he hasn't." I watched an hour of the debate last night. Yeah, just to keep tabs on what's going on. I felt a little untethered since
Did I miss a memo? You watched the debate?
The first hour. I skipped the first 14. But Romney did well, I thought. And you know what? I'm proud of any of those 4 guys over him. I really am. I'm telling you what, I'm starting to view it like a Goodwill Hunting math problem on the board, this whole thing. And I can't figure out the coefficients and all that. But I do know this, there's a chance that when everything gets canceled out, you know how they do that move? And by the way, does anybody out there cancel from left to right? I don't think so. Doesn't everybody come in from right to left on the slash through the thing?
Oh, yeah, you got to go right, left.
Yeah. Except when you're in England, when you're at Oxford. Worst joke ever. You know, when my career goes down the toilet in Australia, it goes the other way. But... they do all that slash and you cancel out, so the bottom of the equation reads, let X equal Santorum. I'm seeing a way for that to happen. I really am. He acquits himself well, and I think Gingrich and Romney have decided to just do a War of the Roses on the chandelier where they napalm each other. And I think Romney did it more efficiently last night for the hour I watched. I think Gingrich realizes that he has to put a little inflection into his overall body of work. And last night was Christian, what are you playing, Pixie Sticks or are you typing? Can we turn the typeboard down, or can you go off mic for a sec? I'll try to do 3 lines in a row without you backing me up. You okay?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if you can get through it. I don't know if you can do it. Oh, man.
Listen, I might very well say, Christian, get back on, and I'd be the first one to do that in front of the listeners. I'm just saying that typing is thunderous.
Wow.
Huh? It's like Bruce Banner's filling out a prescription for a client, and he gets angry because he keeps misspelling in the middle of it, and he starts turning, and all of a sudden I hear the typing. Ow, I hurt my hand doing the bit. Where were we before that? Oh, X equals Santorum. Because, I don't know, I just got a feeling. And he's going to have to fight through that youth thing. Because I'm telling you, you flash him on youth, and they don't know, they haven't read about him. They think he's going to accrue all the vitriol that goes towards Christians in this culture. And but I think he's a measured man and a smart man and a reasonably convivial man. And I'm wondering why they always avoid him in debates as far as time allotment. Williams almost kept it exclusively. For the hour I watched, to be fair, I don't know what happened after I left, but it was Gingrich, and, I think that there's ways, subtle and not so subtle ways, for the moderator. And I hate the idea of moderators, and I find them to be jejune. All the moderators. I just wish they didn't have them. I don't know why these men don't come out and talk. What are we, kids? It's like Gingrich last night. At one point, Brian Williams, he just got excoriated by Romney, and Brian Williams said, "Speaker, 30 seconds to retort." And Gingrich said, "Wait a second. What, are you kidding me?" So I don't even know why Brian Williams is there. His import to this thing is the same as mine. He has a vote. But get out of the way. But
he probably doesn't have a vote in the Republican primary.
Well, I mean, he has a vote in the general election.
No, I know.
But I'm saying he kept, for the hour I was there, I would say 40 minutes of it went to Romney and Gingrich just laying wood to each other. And I was thinking, there's smart ways. That's one thing I'll say about Williams. I think he's obviously, on the left, but he's smart enough to realize that he can't leave any fingerprints. So really to just widen his time parameters on those two to let them excoriate each other is pretty smart, because they just beat the hell out of each other. Gingrich comes out of that bloodied. Romney comes out of that kind of out of his wheelhouse. He has to now get a little sweaty, and that might be good for him, so maybe they're doing him a favor. But I do know this. Paul makes perfect sense to me. I'd vote for him tomorrow if he didn't, every time they brought up a nutcase, say, "We ought to call him." I don't know what, people make politics so, involved and conflicted and complex.
He did make the point that we trade with Vietnam now. They're practically our friends.
Yeah, well, we get back to everybody eventually. You can go to Germany now, too. It's just...
Well, you can. I'm still not allowed.
Listen, when they're not taking over the Sudetenland at 3 in the morning, you get a 3 a.m. call. The Hun is off the reservation again.
The other two moderators, when they joined Williams, they did bring in Santorum and Paul a little bit more.
Oh, there were other ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
somebody
see
from
that.
National Journal and somebody from a local paper there in St. Petersburg.
Was the local guy a goofy guy? Local guy? Because there's local looks. People always wonder, how do you rise up? Well, if you look like Brian Williams, you get the anchor of the network news. If you look like, it's like Bill Hurt. If you look like, who they wheel in? Was he? What did he look like?
He's a very handsome newspaperman.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
as newspaper guys
Williams cast that.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not going to sit next to Dexter.
From National Journal, it wasn't our friend Major Garrett. It was a lady.
No, Major. Maybe it was his cross-dressing reporter character, Madge Dukinson.
Well, he's on tomorrow. You can ask him.
All right. He goes on Wednesday nights as Madge Dukinson.
Just call him Madge the whole hour.
Well, write it down, because I'm not going to remember it if you ask me right now what it was. Madge Dukinson. Now, how do we spell it? I'll leave that open to the listenership. Is it Dukenson, Dukinson, or does it have an umlaut in there? Is it 2 Ks, like Duke Nukem? I think we should spell it like, how do you spell Duke Nukem? Isn't there a character named Duke Nukem?
Yeah, I think there's an apostrophe.
Yeah, figure out that and apply that to, what's the first name?
Madge
Madge Dukinson. and make that my second question. Not first. I don't want him to rip into me like Gingrich ripped into John King. But secondly, I go, hey, tell us why you cross-dress on Wednesdays. This starlet/reporter Madge Dickinson. All right, I'm going to take a break here because this is getting thick a little for me. Romney released his tax returns yesterday, and I, for one, a little surprised to see him reporting income on the underground fight club that he runs. Did you see that coming?
Nobody saw that coming.
That's what he needs to do to get this campaign in high gear. D-shirt and stand there like Pitt in Fight Club. And just show a whole new side of himself. What was Pitt's character in that movie?
Tyler Durden. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
I'd say I got to go back and watch it. I haven't seen it in a long while. And I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was precious. Then it grew on me. It's like Boogie Nights, you know?
Yeah, Boogie Nights did take
I know people thought Boogie Nights was genius right off the bat. I did too, except for I couldn't watch the whole thing. And not because of, I thought the detail was genius, but I still haven't seen, does Don Cheadle get killed in a donut shop?
That's a great question. I don't remember.
I got up to that point where he was such a sweet guy. Remember, he was always trying to be the cowboy. Oh, okay. I had to bail because I thought, oh, my God, he's going into a donut shop late at night, and there's a robbery, and he's the sweetest guy, and he's going to get killed. So I couldn't watch beyond that. It had nothing to do with all the debauchery. I figured that going into a porn movie.
Yeah.
If I just get to a point where, that's why I can't see War Horse.
No. There's so many reasons why I can't see War Horse.
Well, I mean, just, I can't do the whole going in knowing the horses.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he gets killed, or is it better, if we have any horses listening today, is it better for you to be sent to war, to ride heroically up and down and catch a cannon shot across that, I don't know, that chest reason? I like the horse's chest, you know, as you watch horse races, but they have no nipples, and I think that's why it separates them from us. But would you rather catch a cannon volley across there in war, or would you rather have a tiny, you know, Central American guy on your back for the next 8 years? Winnie the Pooh, Kangaroo. Do you know I was at a cocktail party with Kangaroo once, and
really?
They did not realize that their names joined together formed Kangaroo. I mean, they were 16 at this point. Now imagine that.
Well, they usually introduce Roo first, so that makes sense that they hadn't thought about it.
Rukanga.
Yeah.
And they have another brother, Paul. So when they go out on the road together, now they go out as RuPaul Kanga. Now, a lot of people show up expecting the tall, lithe cross-dresser, and they get these three, quite frankly, Aussie marsupials. Exactly. All right, now, wait, I got to read this. Let's get to the soup of the day. It's roasted cauliflower soup. Gee, you couldn't shoot me into this with a syringe if you had me tied down to a table. It's brought to you by AMAC. AMAC, the leading conservative alternative to the AARP. They're fighting for traditional American values, fiscal responsibility, restoring common sense to government. Join the AMAC Army today at americasrising.com. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. Better for you, better for America. That was the soup of the day. This is the Dennis Miller Show.